Hello, world. Hello, all. Welcome back to my tens and tens of friends. It's me again, Mrs. Hunter. Now we talked about early literacy and what that looks like, which is usually found in English language arts, and approaches to play in early learning. Now we're going to talk about literacy and math. Okay, everybody want their kid ready for education, and you're not going to send your child to kindergarten and miraculously they're just going to be that kid. Okay, if we don't start early. Now that's not to say that they won't catch up if you're not starting early, but why not give them a head start? We're going to talk about some things that you can do for early literacy in mathematics, right? I don't think I've ever met, I don't think I've met too many people who say, I just hate math. What seems like easy math to you may not be the easiest to them, and just stay patient. So this just in, I felt it was important that I add this piece to the video. So I had to edit some pieces in here, some important notes. When I say just be patient, I mean building your child's confidence is key to teaching them. It's key to teaching them any subject or anything, okay? I've seen or I've heard parents really let their kids have it because they can't get it. And when you do that, it really just breaks all they really hear is like, I can't get it. I'm dumb. I just, or even if you're not saying those things to your child, God, I hope you're not saying those things to your child. Because what you say really matters. And if you are saying those things to your children, please go back and apologize. Because, I mean, I guess we fall down, but we get up. No one should really talk to a kid in a way that can break their self-esteem. But you can only do the best that you can do. And I just ask that you make your best better if if you're diminishing your child's self-esteem during math. Now, work with your teachers, please. Because just remember the time during COVID where it was just you. It was only you, and you had to do all the work alone. Support your child's teacher. Ask questions. Don't accuse your kid. Don't belittle your child. And those who are doing such a great job on nourishing that, just loving them down, keep it up. I know it's hard sometimes when you look at your kid and they give you some of the wildest answers to something you like. I know you should know this. Good job. Kudos to you for loving your baby down. But to those who are really flipping out, this message is for you. Apologize. Sorry. Say I'm sorry. Yes, you can say I'm sorry to the child you birthed or raised, and go from there. Every day is new. Just don't say nothing. Sometimes when they give you, sometimes when they give you them answers, you know them ones. Just don't say nothing, okay? And in place, slowly but surely, just encourage. Just come on, you got it. You can do it. You can do it. You're doing a great job. Even if they're mediocre, you're doing a great job. I understand sprinkles are for winners, but confidence is key. Well, what is mathematics in preschool? It's numeracy, a strong sense of counting. In my school, you're going to count. You're going to count in English and Spanish from the numbers 1 to 30. It's recommended that children know how to count up to 20. But in here, because we are a step up, we're going to count to 30, okay? In English and Spanish. Number sense. It's important for children to learn that numbers represent quantities, okay? Uh, I have five of these. Well, can they count five for five items and know that there's five here? Can they use the quantities to compare? Five is more than four, you know. Um, Sorting. In my school they sort by size, shape, and color. And also, matching is fun. I love to play a good game of match where you put and you can get this at the dollar store, the matching cards, in the latest popular cartoon that's out. And, matching princess to princess helps them to learn these things are the same. You can also build patterns. Children, believe it or not, in early education, preschool, they do geometry, measurement, and time. What does that look like? That's identifying 2D and 3D shapes. And you can find those at your local dollar store as well. Or you could even print those out and create using cardstock, tape them together, and you have 3D shapes. Sequence and time also is a part of measurement and time. Distinguishing size. This is bigger than that. What we do at our school and things that parents or loved ones can do at home. Practice estimation. You guys have about 5 minutes till playtime, or in 1 minute we're going to leave, or I have two, you have one. Who has more? Just talk to your kids. You be surprised at how much they can learn from everyday conversations. Count items, sort cereals and shapes, create obstacle courses, go under, go over, jump on top of, or go inside. Another place where they learn measurements is through water table. That's one of my kids' favorite thing to do. But using the water table is also their learning approaches to learning, where they have to learn to share, where they have to learn the rules for the water table. And that has been a slow process. So at my daycare, we use the water table on Fun Fridays because we're still learning to keep the water inside the table, not to drink the water or throw it. So once we master those, we can have water table every day. But until then, it's Fun Friday. Tangrams is actually another way that children can learn about measurement and spatial sense. Books also help to create mathematical structure. I had an M&M book where it showed like the different M&Ms and the colors and how these two together, how 1 plus 1 totals 2 together, and how if you take one away, you have one less, which is instead of having 6, now you have 5. And you can do that without a book. Just make up simple problems and allow children to play with them. But again, we can't do none of that if your child or the child in your classroom is misbehaving. There is a great quote that reads, "Lessons on kindness are just as important as lessons about academics," right? So, as best as you can, as much as possible, work on those behaviors. There aren't bad behaviors, and of course, I'll make another video about behaviors soon. But understand that teaching a child is teaching the whole child, and teaching the whole child includes teaching children to have patience, to follow directions, to speak their mind with respect, to help their friends out, and to manage time, because we only have, yes, I'm here for 13 hours a day, but we only have so many hours of work, because if you are following guidelines for your daycare, there is supposed to be a certain amount of hours for free play, and that number of hours can total way more amount of time, almost the amount of time that you have with the child. So time to work and time to play is less when you're not managing behaviors correctly. And the best way to, just a short little snippet on that, the best way to manage behaviors is to show children love and respect. And you can show love by just, you need a hug. And kids love that, because sometimes they do need a hug. Sometimes y'all need a hug. Sometimes we all need a hug, you know?
Hug time!
It is hug time.
Hug time!
Our hearts are synchronizing.
I can please you forever.
You know, you'd be surprised at how that changes things, a behavior in a kid. Or sometimes you have to hear their side, you know, their part, and just help them to understand, okay, well, I see that you're upset about that because of whatever the reason is that they're upset, but maybe we can, or do you think it would be fair if we, you know, respect, compromising, and love, and those behaviors you will see will soon begin to subside, will soon begin to become non existent, and to also, if possible, ignore when you can't coach through the behavior. Um, and also point out the good behaviors in the classroom, or when that child who has a particular behavior, when they're doing right, give them big ups, because as adults, when we do things, we want to be recognized for our goodness as well. So do that with a kid, they deserve it too. I hope that my videos on early literacy and things that you can do to get your child ready for kindergarten has been a great help. Just remember, be consistent and do what you can. Don't be too hard on yourself, because they're not reading that too. I swear that child is an anomaly. Anomaly? Yeah, that child's different. She's awesome, you know. Do what you can, even if it's just reading every day, or doing some of the other activities that I shared that parents can do to get their kids ready for literacy. Now, I explained what those things look like in my classroom. Hopefully, you can do some of those things in your home or in your classroom. And thank you for watching. I hope that this helped. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and sharing is caring. Bye for now.